G'day, punkers. I have some American coffee from Gregory's in New York, because that's where I am. We're going on a bit of an astronomy adventure today. Where we're going? The Intrepid Sea Space Shuttle, and then we're going to Hayden Planetarium. We're also going to see some other sites of New York in amongst it, because I can't help myself, I have to. So let's go check out New York, shall we? And see what it's got to offer the world of astronomy. Alright, it's noisy, but first stop on Astropunk's astronomy tour of New York is not astronomy related at all. It's the Flatiron, and it's coming up. There we go, here we go. We made it to the Flatiron. It's being refurbished at the moment, but I made it into, I turned it into astronomy because if you look closely enough, hang on, I have to make it darker. Whoop. Can you see the moon? See? So it's astronomy related now. So there you go. Flatiron, built in, I think it was 1902, considered one of the first skyscrapers in the world. Pretty bloody tall, she's gorgeous. I have this in Lego form. Anyway, our next stop on the astronomy tour of New York is also not astronomy related, but I really want to go there, and that's Ground Zero. Oh, there you go. World Trade Center 9/11 Memorial. Very somber, calm, quiet place. Probably the quietest place in New York so far. A lot of people here reflecting, that's for sure. It's really well done. But I guess now we have to go and do the astronomy stuff. So let's head off to the Intrepid and go and see a space shuttle. Even in New York, they want a piece of Sydney. They've got their own mini Sydney Harbour Bridge. I have something to show you, and it's pretty freaking awesome. Are you ready? Here we go. We are going to go in this. We're going to go and have a look in it, because inside's a space shuttle, and we have to go and see the space shuttle, as well as the A1 Sky Raider. That is my all-time favourite plane, closely followed by a Thunderbolt, P-47 Thunderbolt.
I used to make models, but I've forgotten it all. It was like when I was like 10 years old, or even like five years.
Paul used to make models, and he's forgotten how to do it now. He's surprised that I know the names of all the planes, because I know, well, that's a Vought Corsair. Beautiful, beautiful gull-winged plane. I've seen one of those fly at an air show. Next plane to check out is a Grumman Avenger. Beautiful plane. Another cool plane, another cool plane. Anyone for a souped up Sabre? Or should I say Fury? Gorgeous beast. What else have we got? A little bit of a helicopter. Piasecki Retriever. Not really a helicopter. Well, I don't want to get in Paul's photo. Paul's taking photos. I'm not really a helicopter man, but this one's quite cute. What else have we got floating around here? Pretty noisy. Let's go have a look, shall we? Ooh. There's a Skyhawk here as well. But I really think we need to go and find the space shuttle. Let's go find the space shuttle, shall we? And then we'll go and look at some more planes, because we're meant to be doing astronomy stuff. Told you we'd find some astronomy stuff. Mercury 7 replica, anyone? This is a replica of the capsule that took Scott Carpenter into space in 1962. Pretty cool. So this is a replica of a Gemini 7, and Paul has told me with extreme confidence that it's held together with nuts, bolts and washers and silicon, the same way that we hold scope domes together when we build them. I'm not sure about that. He could be fibbing. I think it's time to see the space shuttle, don't you? Oh, also, when we're done, might have to go and have a coffee and sit under the wing of a Concorde. Sounds like fun to me. We said no to the photo against the tin wall. Didn't feel right, but I can see a space shuttle. You ready? Holy shit. USS Enterprise, built in 1976, used for atmospheric testing and launched from a Boeing, I think it was a modified 767. Might have to fact check myself on that one. But here it is here on the USS Intrepid. I can't believe that I'm standing here staring at Space Shuttle. Friggin' nuts, man. Absolutely crazy. Gonna do a walk around it, get some more photos. Sometimes you find the most random things that you don't expect to find at museums, you know, like a Soyuz space capsule. Let's have a look at it. There's not exactly a lot of room in that thing. Pretty squeezy. Didn't think I'd get to see a Soyuz space capsule, but now I have. That was officially cool. My first ever, and spacey, yeah. My first ever space shuttle and my first ever Soyuz capsule as well. But now I really need to go and see the Sky Raider. Got to see the Sky Raider too. Forgot that there's a special plane here, Paul, as well. General Dynamics F-16. That's my favourite fighter jet.
That's your favourite?
That's my favourite fighter jet. It's an A-12, not an SR-71 Blackbird. It's basically the same thing. One and the same. Look at it. It's gorgeous. All right, we've had our fun. In the background, you can see an F-14 Tomcat. But we've had our fun. We're now going to get a bite to eat. Something to eat. Something to eat sounds good. And then it's off to the Hayden Planetarium because, you know, planetarium, and I've got to go. That was a lot of fun. And now we've decided we're going to catch an Uber because we've walked like 22,000 steps today already and had maybe 4 hours sleep in the last 48 hours. So just waiting for an Uber. We're going to catch that to the Hayden Planetarium, have a bite to eat, look around there, and then make our way to the hotel. Yeah, so we're just two weirdos from Australia now standing on the side of the road in New York waiting for an Uber. I promised myself when I came to New York that I would have a chili cheese dog from a street vendor. So I'm doing just that, and I'm doing it opposite the Natural History Museum and Hayden Planetarium, and right behind me, Central Park. I think I ticked all the boxes. Lunch has been consumed. It is now time to go to the Natural History Museum and Hayden Planetarium. Okay, slight change of plans. We have to dump the luggage. The luggage has to go. Found a place that will store it for us. So we are walking there now to get the luggage stored so that we can go to the Natural History Museum and the Earth and Space thingy with the Hayden Planetarium. And I think my favourite part of having it stored is that we're not going to have to put up with the noisy wheels behind us for a while. That's going to be lovely. There's a park here for Alfred Nobel, founder of the Nobel Prize, Swedish inventor, industrialist, philanthropist, and humanist. I find that one very, very funny. Do you know why I find that very, very funny? Do you know what Alfred Nobel was known for? What, inventing the Nobel Prize?
Yes.
What else?
What else? I know.
Do you know?
I think he was just rich.
No, he invented something, or he perfected something. What did he perfect?
I don't know.
Dynamite. Nitroglycerin stuff.
Well,
and
he didn't get
do
the
you know what he did with it? He sold his weapons to armies, and his theory was if they can threaten to destroy each other, then maybe there would be peace. So he was convincing himself that what he was doing was the right thing. And then he was so lonely and people thought so little of him that towards the end of his life he's like, what can I do to redeem myself and make myself feel better about myself? And so he invented the Nobel Peace Prize. He was such a humanist. Sorry, Alfred, you're a little bit narcissistic, dude.
Made his money in weapons.
Yep, made his money in weapons and only did the Nobel Peace Prize because it made himself feel better about himself. So just check the name of the place where we're putting our luggage, and it's called Grenwell Park Deli and Pizza. Apparently they have storage lockers which I've booked for us. That's a little bit odd, isn't it? Oh well, that's how it works in this land. Very different to Australia. I got it wrong, it's Green Park Deli and Pizza. That's where we're putting our bags for storage. Apparently the food there is good, according to one of the reviews. Maybe we should have had lunch there. Although the chili dog was pretty good. Wow, that's like, we should go in here actually. Before we do, I just want to say that was the weirdest experience ever, going into a deli to hand over a suitcase to be looked after while we go into the Natural History Museum, and then have a security guard telling us random secret facts about the British being overthrown by the Americans and having the Spanish and the Portuguese help, as well as the French. The things you learn when you're in New York. We're going to go into this place. It's called Astro West, and apparently they've got, what do they got? Meteorites. So we want to go and check out the meteorites before we go to the Natural History Museum. I tell you what, it's getting weirder and weirder, isn't it, Paul? Paul nearly bought a $1,000 meteorite. He didn't, but we're just going to pretend he did. But we just went into that shop there, And oh my god, that lady Victoria, the energy, she was crazy, fun. Yeah, that was an interesting 5 minutes. Oh, and we have stowed our bags, so it is now time to go to the Natural History Museum and Planetarium. We've decided that we're going to sneak in the back entrance because it's less walking to do. That's the only reason. There's less walking, no other reason at all. We have snuck into the museum and we're now going to the Hayden Planetarium. Well, that was actually pretty cool. Hayden Planetarium is awesome, but also, how cool is this? We thought we'd go and learn about some African mammal when really we just walked through the wrong area, so we'll find our way through. This has to be one of the most interactive museums I've been to. This whole area is all on Earth. Continental drift, volcanoes, rock formation, the whole thing is brilliant. You can touch stuff. This is amazing. I think it's finally caught up with us, so let's have a look at this. I will say that that Planet Earth section was just, insane, amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, this scales of the universe thing is amazing. It's going down from, it started at 10 to the 26, started at 10 to the 26, and it's working its way down, scaling everything, comparing it to if the Hayden Planetarium was the same size as each one of these. It's very cool, extremely interactive. I'm loving this because of the way it talks. So the Hayden sphere is the size of Earth, then this model is the relative size of Saturn's moon Janus, however the heck you say it, I don't get it. But basically what it's saying is, if that was Earth, that's how big that would be. This is so cool, I love it. That's it, we're done. We can go now. We can go to the hotel and just flop. We're trying to find our way out now, back way out, so that we can go and get our suitcases from the weird random place, the deli that we left them at, because you know that's just what you do in New York. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this random mix of non-astronomical and astronomical stuff that I've done in New York today. I guess that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Astropunk out. Bye.